Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Debbie from the Fancy Stamper. I almost said ICU. That's really bad because I haven't been there for a while. So that's really, really bad that I just almost said that. This is Debbie from ICU. May I help you? The reason I'm doing this live, I know I just did a live video yesterday and I would normally not do another one this quick. It's just going to be real fast. And actually, I'm only doing it because right now we're having this amazing sale at Stampin' Up! And I wanted to let you guys know. I'm going to be sending an email out too. And I know it kind of seems like I'm bombarding you guys. I'm not trying to bombard you, but I definitely want you guys to be aware so no one misses out, because it's only a 24-hour sale and I don't want you guys to miss out. So the way the sale works is it only lasts for 24 hours. It's going to be done tonight at midnight or a little before midnight because it's mountain time. You got to go by their time. And there's about 30 stamp sets or so that they put on sale for 15% off. So yesterday I showed you one of them. And I'm going to show you another one today because this one's adorable. And I made this card using the other stamp set and it's really, really cute. So I just want to show it to you quickly. This stamp set is called Labels to Love, and this is the one that's on sale for 15% off. Now, you guys know I love to do things kind of the easy way, and there's a punch that matches it, so you can really make this cute card quick and easy without a whole lot of trouble. So I'm going to show you very quickly how to do it, and then I'll get on with our days. So anyway, let me turn the camera just a little so you can see my work area down here. Let's see if that'll work. I might have to tilt you a little more, sorry. Okay, I hope that's pointing the right spot. Let me, okay, see. All right, so first of all, what I'm gonna do is start out with some of our paper, and this has been cut. It's an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, and I just cut it in half. So what this is it is 8.5 this way and 5.5 this way. So you can get 2 cards out of every sheet of paper. It's really awesome. So, and then I just fold it in the middle. That's at 4 1/4. So it's nice and folded. And then I use this paper. This is some of our designer series paper. Now, don't do what I do. This paper is actually in our annual catalog. I know we all wait for the holiday catalog because we're looking for holiday stuff, but you know the annual catalog actually has a very small holiday section, and this is in there. And you know what? So is this stamp set. I almost missed it. So anyhow, this paper is gorgeous, and it's called Under the Mistletoe. And if you ever look at the back, it'll tell you what colors it goes with. So this one tells you that you can use Shaded Spruce, Whisper White, Old Olive, Nights of Navy, and Early Espresso. So it matches a lot of different colors, and I just chose this color. And all I did was I cut it down so it would fit in here. So this is now 4 inches by 5 1/4. And I'm gonna go ahead and adhere that there in just a minute. But first I wanna show you what I did with this stamp set. So I just took this main set here, this one that says Merry Christmas and Best Wishes for a Happy New Year. And I'm a big believer in keeping scrap paper around. So I just used scrap paper to stamp it. And I stamped it in this color, Old Olive, because that was one of the colors that it said it matched. So I went ahead and I just did a really quick inked it up. And then I stamped it on my little scrap of paper down here so I could use the rest of the paper up. And I just got a nice little image. And because I know that I am going to be doing this, I don't know if you guys noticed this or not, but you see in the card, I stamped this in a different color. So the way I did that was quite easily. I just went ahead and cleaned my stamp off on one of our Stampin' scrubs. So I went ahead and cleaned that off, and I'll do that now. So, and then I just used this one. This is our Cherry Cobbler. That's the color I chose. And all I did was I inked it up again. Really good. And this time I just stamped a little bit of it, the part that has this little sentiment that I want. So I just punched it a little bit. So I have it on here, and now I'm going to use a punch to get it out. So remember we were talking a little bit ago about how I like to use punches because it makes your life a lot easier. So we have this punch here. This is called Everyday Labels. It's in the annual catalog. You can get it. And you just punch this out. It's super easy and it looks really professional. It looks like you spent a lot of time. So you just make sure you have it lined up in there and then you just give it a quick squeeze and you're done. And then for the other part, what I used was our other punch that's called Everyday Labels. I'm sorry, this one is called Classic Label. The other one is Everyday Labels. And all I did was I came to the little sentiment that I want that says Happy New Year, and I just made sure I got that part along, because I'm going to cut that down even a little bit more, and I'm going to show you that right now. So after we go ahead and close up our ink pads, because we don't want them to dry out, what I did was, here's my first label, and then this one is the second one right here in the cherry cobbler. So there's that one. And then I cut some of this paper. Now you guys have seen this before. This is the new glimmer paper we have. It's called Joyous Noel. It comes in these little 6x6 pieces. You get shaded spruce, you get Merry Merlot, and you get a copper piece, and you get lots of them. It's a pretty good size package. You get a whole lot. So I would highly recommend getting that, because you can kind of bling up your cards real easy too, because like I said, it just doesn't take much. So I used the classic label punch to cut this out, because you see it's exactly like this one. And then all I'm gonna do is just trim this down so that it'll fit on there. So I just trimmed it here, and then I trimmed it over here too, just like that. And I am going to use a glue dot and get it on here so that it gives you just a little bit of a border. So that's what I'm going to do. The glue dots are great for that, because when you use the glimmer paper, you definitely need a glue dot. If you try to glue this with regular glue or even with any kind of adhesive tape, it won't work. So this is when you need these little glue dots. They really stick on there good, and you get like 500 or so in this roll, so it lasts you forever. And I like stuff like that. So okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put this on here and adhere it on there right like this. And then it's still a little bit too big for my liking, so I'm just gonna use my scissors and my little snips, and I'm just gonna cut it down a little bit so it's a little bit more manageable. But I still want a little of that glimmer to show. All right, now I will get it glued onto here. And again, I'm just gonna use a couple of glue dots because those are nice and easy and they're handy. So I'm gonna turn this over, stick a glue dot there. I really only need one, but I'm kind of weird when it comes to gluing stuff down. I really wanna make sure it never moves. And then I will stick this on here. And look how cute that looks. Doesn't that look cute? So we're gonna use this on our card. I'm gonna stick it on there so you'll see how it goes. And now we're ready to put our little card together. So as you see in this card, you see it's got a little bit of blingy around the label too. So what I did was I just used the same everyday label punch that I just used, and I punched out some of this Merry Merlot in the glimmer paper. And that's what I'm going to use to just try to give a little bit of a border to the other one, just so that it looks a little blingier. So the way I do that is, again, I'm going to use the glue dots, because you know you can't use anything else on there, right? I'm going to stick a glue dot on there and a glue dot on here. And with these, all you have to do is make sure that you have a little bit of a border around it. So I'm just going to turn it around and see how much border I want. That'll do for me. And then I'll give it one more glue dot, get this other one on there, and we'll be good to go. Right like this. Okay, now if you've never come to one of my classes, you guys, and you're local, I have classes and I have a class schedule. I'd be happy to give it to you. Would love to have you guys come here and stamp with me in person. My daughter-in-law, Fiona, she comes all the time. She has a good time stamping with me, and it's so funny because she's not really an artsy, craftsy person, but she loves my classes. She has a good time, and when she goes home, she has little handcrafts to take with her, so it's really nice. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and adhere this, but first I'm gonna put a little bit of ribbon on there, and this is one of our ribbons that's in the catalog. It's a shimmer ribbon, and it's Pear Pizzazz. So I'm just gonna cut a little bit of that, right, like that. And I'm gonna use a little bit of tape to get it on here. So here's what I do. I just kind of put it about so, and I flip this over. And again, you know, I'm all about doing it easy. I just tape that down. You can tape this down any way you want in the back, but this is the way I do it because it's easy for me and no one's gonna see back here, let's face it. All right. So now I'm gonna tape this down and I'm using our snail adhesive, super easy to use. You just put a strip around all 4 edges. And then we are going to just give it a little border around this mossy meadow background. And there you go. So now we're all ready. All we have to do is now put our little label on there and a little bit of a ribbon there and we're done. So see how nice and quick this is? I mean, actually, if you wanted to make a bunch of these, you could. It's just up to you how many you would want to make. Now for this, I'm going to use our dimensionals. I don't know if you guys have seen these or you know about them. It's just a little bit of a dimension. It's kind of like a little foam piece and it pops it up just a little bit. And it gives the card, you guessed it, a little dimension. So anyway, I'm going to use that to get this label on there. And now you see it's got that nice little background with the Mary Merlot bling. And I'm going to put it right up here. And last but not least, I'm gonna take one more little piece of this shimmer ribbon and I'm just gonna cut about a 6-inch piece or so. And what I do is I just slide it under here and I tie one little knot. So I just tie it once. It's not even a bow or anything, it's just a tie. But it kind of just gives it a little bit of extra dimension and a little bit of extra flair. And I just cut the edges at an angle. And look how cute that looks. Doesn't that look adorable? I love it. So when you're making your cards at home, especially when you use these, you want to put a little piece of white in the inside so you can write on it. Some people like to stamp on it like I did. This stamp is also from the same set I just showed you. And remember, this one is 15% off. So if you want this, go to my shopping page. I'll put the link down below so you can find it. And that way you can get it for 15% off today. So look, these are 2 really easy cards. I just made them so quick. And I'm gonna put this here too, because if you do happen to, now listen, what's gonna happen is I am going to, as soon as this live video ends, I realize everything's turned around and you can't see the numbers. So what I usually do is I go into my settings and I flip it after the thing. So you'll be able to read all this later and I will put this in the first comment too if you need it. So what happens is if you use my host code when you order from my shopping page, you'll get a gift from me in the mail if you order more than $30 worth of supplies. So anyway, I'm glad you guys joined me. Thank you very much. And I hope you like these cards and I hope you love this sale because I love this sale. I love it when they do these little promotions. It's really nice, but you know, unfortunately in this case, they didn't give us much time. They only gave us, you know, it's like they told us yesterday. So we didn't have any chance to get ready for it. So this is it. You're getting the lowdown, just what I did. So enjoy, have a great day, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.